Welcome to the second video in our post-lockdown series where we give 5 answers to 5 common problems. Today we're looking at the topic of worry. The coronavirus pandemic and lockdown has had a toll on mental health. The BBC News reported a doubling of depression during lockdown. The Mental Health Foundation found that anxiety and stress levels have increased by an average of 50% over the last year. In the fearful time leading up to Jesus' arrest and death, he sought to reassure and encourage his closest followers. He said, "Let not your hearts be troubled." I remember being overwhelmed with an almost crippling anxiety over a couple of issues about 15 years ago. That summer, while I was at a leaders' conference in Brighton, one lunchtime I was sitting on a wall chatting with my friend Maurice, who asked me, would I be worrying about these things in about 500 years' time in heaven? No, of course not, I answered. To which Maurice replied, well, why are you worried about them now then? One of my favourite Tom Hanks films is Bridge of Spies. It's the story of the lawyer who defended a Russian spy in 1950s America and then negotiated a prisoner exchange of Gary Powers, the US pilot shot down over Russia. In the film, there's an oft-repeated line by the Russian spy. Would it help? When asked if he was worried, he replies, would it help? Worry doesn't help. It just robs today of joy by bringing tomorrow's portion of trouble into today. As Jesus was encouraging his closest followers, he was drip feeding that he would soon die, rise again, and ascend to heaven to prepare a room for them. He was telling them that we're destined for eternal life. So the problems and anxieties and worries of today are, as Paul puts it, light and momentary afflictions, compared to an eternity of peace and rest. We won't have those worries in 500 years, so why let them occupy our mind now? How do we get into that place of peace and rest? Doubting Thomas asked that very question. Jesus' answer was, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. The Christian faith is the antidote to worry. We get peace that is bigger than we can imagine in the midst of any circumstance. As a church, the Gateway runs the Alpha course, a fun way to discover the Christian faith, run over 12 evenings. What are some practical ways that we can also do to help alleviate worry? Firstly, limit screen time. It's ironic you're watching this on a screen, but scientists have tied social media use to decrease and disrupted and delayed sleep, which is associated with depression and memory loss and poor academic performance. So too much time on screens increases your anxiety levels. Try and limit your screen time, cut it down. Natural light and nature is the second thing. Our Mind, the organisation Mind, recommends getting as much time in natural light and nature as possible to help alleviate anxiety. Exercise. A Harvard Medical School report showed that exercise helps relieve anxiety. You can start with a daily short walk. Gets you out in light nature. Lots of people through the lockdown completed the Couch Potato to 5K program to begin jogging. But do check with your doctor first about exercise. Fourth, keep in touch. Do you know what? Connecting with other people by phone or meeting up will definitely help you. We were created for connection. Lastly, take captive every thought. The Bible teaches us that letting our minds run riot is harmful. We're exhorted to take captive every thought. Recognize when you're thinking in an unhelpful way. Choose to think about something different. Remember yesterday's I will never leave you? You can spell it out on each finger of your hand. I will never leave you. That's what God promises to you. When thoughts come into your mind, take them captive. Think about something else. It's the only way. And may God help you lose your worry and anxiety. Thanks for watching.